Did you know there are no black governors in the country? Well, Republicans might just elect two. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Shermichael Singleton Show. I'm your host, Shermichael Singleton. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of future videos like this video, and drop a comment. I'd love to know what you think. I want to talk about something that the political class in Washington don't want to touch. They're ignoring it. They're just not talking about it. And the media, well, they'll pretend it's not happening. But it's happening, and it is seismic. In two of America's most watched states, something extraordinary is unfolding. In Florida, Congressman Byron Donalds, a black conservative with an ironclad backbone and a sharp grasp of policy, is positioning himself to become the first black governor of the state. And in Virginia, my state, Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears, a Marine veteran, devout Christian, unapologetic patriot, has just clinched the Republican nomination for governor. Now, this is incredible, guys. If elected, she would become Virginia's first black woman governor. Two states, two black conservatives, two potential governors, and not Democrats. So let me say that again for the folks in the back of the donor reception room, not Democrats, but Republicans. Now, that might come as a shock to some of you raised on the myth that only Democrats can produce black leadership. And that narrative, polished, marketed, mass distributed like a product, is beginning to crack under the weight of something much heavier, reality. And let's look at the facts. The Democratic Party, allegedly the party of progress, of diversity, of inclusion, has not elected a black governor in over a decade. Let's go back. The last black Democrat to win a governorship was Deval Patrick in Massachusetts. That was in 2006. Before that, it was Douglas Wilder in Virginia. That was in 1989. Two men in nearly 40 years. That's it. Just two. And no one currently serves. In 2025, the Democratic Party, the party that claims to champion black voices, cannot point to a single black governor in the entire country. Now contrast that with the very real possibility that Republicans, those supposed villains, the ones who, according to MSNBC, are dangerous to democracy, may elect two black governors in one election cycle. That's not just ironic, that's historic, that's disruptive. That's dangerous to the left's monopoly on narrative and identity. Because the moment the GOP begins producing dynamic, electable black leadership, leaders who don't fit the progressive mold, the game changes permanently. And here's the truth. Democrats have spent decades perfecting a model. Keep black voters emotionally invested, ideologically trapped. We're promised for more, yet most majority black cities are led by Democrats, and they're in complete disarray. But Byron Donalds didn't come from the machine. He came from struggle, from faith, from family. He came with grit, and he brought ideas. Winsome Sears didn't rise through the activist industrial complex. She rose through discipline, service, strength, and her faith. They aren't interested in being anyone's mascot. They're here to lead. And that scares the hell out of the Democratic Party and their leaders more than any poll number ever could. Because what do you do when the party you've spent decades calling racist becomes a party that elects the first modern wave of black governors? What happens when Republicans, yes, Republicans, start building a new bench of black leadership before Democrats can even maintain the few names they've had? The media won't know what to say. So they'll say the usual, they're not really black, they're tools of white supremacy, they're dangerous, blah, blah, blah. We've heard it all before. They'll do what they've always done when a black American thinks for themselves, dehumanize and discredit. But this time is different. This time, the base is watching. And more importantly, so are the swing voters. And so are so many black Americans across this country who are tired of being told what to believe and who to vote for. Tired of watching their cities decline, their schools crumble, their streets become war zones, all under so-called progressive leadership. They're ready for something else, something bold, something unbought. And whether or not the elite gatekeepers in the Democratic Party like it or not, they're beginning to see that Byron Donalds and Winsome Sears may be complete disruptors. And if they win, and there's a very real chance they will, it will be the Republican Party and not the Democrats that finally breaks the color barrier of modern gubernatorial leadership in America. And then the dam breaks. And boy, what a flood of water it will be. Because once that happens, the question won't be why are there no black Republican governors? It'll be why can't Democrats manage to elect even one? And if that happens, my friends, the revolution will truly be underway. So keep your eyes open because we might just be prepared to make history with 2 Black Republican governors. That's what I call progress. I'm Shermichael Singleton. Thanks for watching. Take care. Drop your comments, like the video, and let me know what you think. And I'll see you on the next one.